Yeah.
It's so funny. So then the last question or answer we have is kind of a long one.
Yeah.
Um and one that I actually haven't heard. So get into this, everybody. It was the night before Thanksgiving. This sounds like a story. It was the
Right?
night before Thanksgiving, and my parents always stayed at my cousin's the night before to help cook. So my brother and I always had people over. I got hammered and vanilla ice behind the music was on. My friend Nick goes, dude, we should shave lines in our eyebrows like vanilla ice.
Oh
It sounded
no.
like a really good idea at the time, except I didn't shave a line. I accidentally shaved off the whole thing.
Have you guys
So
done that? Like, have you defaced yourself on accident?
I have. Actually, I have tried to do that.
Did
Not for
you?
vanilla ice, but just trying to like do like I can't remember why I wanted to do like, and I was like in high school. And I was like, I think a cut in my eyebrow would be like real, like, like rough and like a hot. And I tried to do it, and then I ended up having to like shave off my eyebrow. And
Oh.
my mother, I remember I told my mother, and she was like, "You look like a damn fool." She was like, you have to shave off the other one, right?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "You have to." She was like, "You look stupid." Like, this is like my mother, "You look so dumb. You have to do it. That's what your dumb ass gets." So my mother has always taken it as a personal slight if we've ever done anything to our bodies, like to change
Mm.
them from the way they came.
Yeah.
So she, I shaved it off, and I kid you not, for at least, oh God, 3 weeks, I looked like Whoopi Goldberg.
But like, what is the thought process? Like, at what point did it go to like from a cut to like I have to shave this off?
Here's where I don't know what happened with him, but he was also drunk. I was stone
Yeah.
sober and like 15. So this is where I went wrong. I wanted to do multiple
Oh.
cuts.
Yeah.
See, yeah, see.
Yeah.
So after I did
Oh
it,
no.
it was too much, and then I ended up having like
Like a
nothing
hunk.
in between, and then I don't really. My eyebrows are like very like kind of whatever anyway, like they're there, but so anyway. So before I knew it, I was like, I have like eyebrow from here to here, and then nothing until here.
Oh yeah, if you have like
So
a hole in your eyebrow.
I
I'm
looked like I
assuming
had
it was
like
a I'm assuming it was a regular razor.
I used like clippers because like that's what
Oh.
my father used to like. My father always had a beard, like I have a beard, so he had
Mm-hmm.
like a shaver, and he also had like trimmers, like. And I tried to do it with the trimmer, and that was also a problem because the trimmer was bigger than. I needed like a razor blade,
Right.
and I used a
Yeah.
trimmer, and it just completely. So like I literally was like, "Oh my god." And my mother was like, she literally forced me. She was like,
I
if you don't
love
do it,
that.
I'll do it. I was like,
Did you
okay. So
pencil it
then I had to like,
in while it
Yeah, I
was
was
gone?
just
Like,
no.
did you draw?
I was just gonna ask that. Did
My
you do
older
like a
sister,
little
my older sister offered to do that because she was like getting into makeup. She was already into makeup at the time. If I was, she was like 20. But here's the thing: that's not the first time something like that had happened to me, which made it worse. When I was like 9, there was a wedding. My cousin got married, and it was a big family wedding. And my parents were like so busy because my mother basically put the wedding together herself because my cousin was so poor. They didn't have time to get my hair cut because it didn't work out. And my older sister, if I was like 8 and she was like 13, and she was like, I could probably just cut your hair.
Oh no.
And like an idiot, I said yes.
Okay.
And she massacred my lineup. And then she tried to give me a part in my hair, and the part was this big.
Oh no, it's like
And
2 inches is
it was
missing.
such a big part. It was literally, it was like, I don't know, a Legos so it could like fit in my part.
Yeah.
What made it, I knew it was bad when after she finished, she instantly started crying.
Oh no.
Like she looked at it and her face just completely crumbled and she started
Oh.
bawling. And I was like, oh my God. And that
Had
is,
you seen it? Like, did you see what it looked like
I
yet, or were
had
you just
not seen
watching
it.
her?
it
Oh,
was like I watched her like work herself up. Like at first, she like it wasn't going right, and I could see her getting
Yeah.
visibly agitated by it. And then by the time she realized there was nothing else she could do, she
then it was
started to
just,
bawl.
oh.
And I looked like a damn fool in front of all of my family. I got roasted by every family member I had.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I've had plenty of bad haircuts, but I also have like delusions of grandeur. And so oftentimes like I really in the moment am like, oh, like I could be a hairdresser. Like training, a general knowledge of what to do. I think I have raw talent. Like come
I
over
can
here. Like
figure.
I have given
I can do
so
this.
many bad haircuts. But the thing is, like, at what point are my friends choosing this?
Gonna
Like,
say
you've
no.
seen my work before and you're still allowing me to do
Yeah.
this. Like, I don't want to victim shame, but like, I mean, at some point you're making the choice. But
When
the worst one was actually to my brother. Because
Mm.
my brother has so much hair, and this was like, he was transitioning from like when he was in college to like post college real adulthood, and so he was moving past like the just he like didn't know what to do with his hair, so for a lot of years it was just like buzz cut because he was like, fuck it, I'm not going to try to like style this. But then he got into soccer, and so he wanted one of those like European soccer
oh,
cuts, and so I was like, oh, a fade, I can totally do that. Have I ever held
Mm.
a pair of
let me
clippers in my hands? No, I have not, but come over here. And I gave this poor 22-year-old boy a mushroom cut, just full mushroom.
Mo
I
from the Three
respect,
Stooges.
yeah, yeah.
Joey
I
Lawrence.
respect that confidence so much because I cut my own hair. Like I'll do that to myself, but I am so afraid to cut other people's hair. And Josh, my boyfriend, was like, just it was during COVID, and he's like, just fucking like you need to clean up the neck for me. And I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And he's like, Katie, just fucking do it. Like you can't really screw it up that much. And I was like, I'm sure that I can. And
You underestimate me.
yeah,
Quarantine
and
was hard on
it
couples. There were a lot of home haircuts.
there were. And we like it started, and I was so afraid that like to like take, and all I was doing was straightening the back. Like literally that was it. And I was like, okay, okay. And he's like, you cut your own hair all the time. I'm like, yeah, but my hair is like a monster. So like if I cut one of the arms off the monster, the rest of the monster still looks like a monster. Like it's fine. So I'm like, I did like one piece, and then I kind of did what your sister did, Quinn, and it was behind him, and he could feel it happening. Cause like I went first, it was like
Oh, no.
like a upside down U, and I was like, okay, well that's not good. So then I was like, I'll fix the sides, but then I brought the sides up too much, and so it was like, oh no. And he's so particular too, and I like he goes to a barber that has like a massive Instagram following, and I was like, don't worry, I'll respect your work, sir. It got to where like the back was like to his ear,
Oh,
and he was
no.
like, just stop, please just stop. And I was like, I think I can make it even. He's like, we don't have the inches for this to happen.
That's
He ends up with
hilarious.
like the reverse George Costanza, where there's like only hair at the top.
Exactly.